Hello, family. Hey guys, how you guys doing this afternoon? I am so blessed to be here and to spend the next hour with all of you and my guests. I am week 3, and so I'm excited that we're continuing to be able to do this. Thank you for joining us on Face2Face today. And I know you guys are tuning in and coming in. So I'm giving you a few moments just to gather and get in with us, because we're going to have some fun today. We're going to have some fun today. I am excited about what's going to happen today. But listen, let me ask you this. Tell me how many people, just by get you guys involved right now, tell me, hey, as you're coming in, make sure that you share. Make sure you share. Hey, mommy, that's my mama. Always watching every week. Love you, mom. But listen, make sure you're sharing. Hey, Adrian, and let everybody know. Hey, Nikki, come on in, y'all. Christina, come on. Make sure you're sharing. Let them know we are live. Hey, Jonathan up there in the DMV, what's going on? Glad to have you guys on. But listen, how many of y'all like me and you got some shelter in place struggles going on right now? You got some. You got some shelter in place struggles going on right now. Listen, I don't want to put my hands up too much because my nails, oh Lord Jesus, thank goodness I'm natural. But this week it's been my nails. That's my shelter in place struggle today. It's my nails. That's what's going on this week. Hey, Rochelle, and hey, who was that just popped up? Oh, somebody else just popped up. I missed her. Joanne and Jasmine from last week was on. Hey, Erica. But so yeah, I've got some stuff going on, y'all, this week. It's my nails this week. That's what it is this week. I'm sure everybody's got their struggles for everything all the time. But hey, LaQuambia, happy birthday to you. I know you just had a birthday. April birthdays are the best. Why do I say that? A few more days. I got an April birthday, so I'm excited. But so yeah, that's glad to see all of y'all popping on. But tell me, what have been a couple of your shelter in place struggles? Come on, talk back to me real quick. I got like 30 seconds. Tell me what your shelter in place struggle is today or this week. Like I said, mine are my nails right now. I did the press-ons and they pressed off. They didn't stay on too well. So I'm gonna have to work with that. That's a little bit of a struggle, but I am learning to do things. Look, I learned how to do my own lashes. My daughter had to help me because I was putting them on backwards. I know how to put them on. So my daughter helped me. And I did them all by myself today. I'm so proud. Bless the Lord. Listen, y'all talking about hair and nails. Jasmine, come on with the nails. Yes, it's been a struggle. And so I'm learning what to do. Homework with this child. Okay, Kalani, that's her shelter in place struggle. Oh, Erica, hair. I think we all are dealing with hair issues right now. And so that's the fun part about it, is to know that, listen, we are not alone. We are all doing this together. We are all struggling in some kind of way. Y'all see that gray coming in right there? Yes, bless the Lord. Oh, Miss Emily, you're struggling with the wax, and bless your heart. Bless your heart. And so we're all in this together. We are all doing this together. So I'm excited that we could come together every week, once a week, and try to make this happen, make it work, and know that you're not out there by yourself. Oh, wow. There's another one, the hair. That seems to be the consensus with a lot of people has been the struggle with the hair. We thank God for our stylists and our nail techs and all those people. We thank God for you. And we will be putting you back into good business when they open the country back up, which I don't know when that's going to be. Listen, y'all. Hey, Jen. Hey, Toya. The president's talking about opening up the country. Let me ask y'all a question, and I'm gonna move on. I gotta ask this question. If they said that Georgia is open back up at the end of the month, how many of you would be comfortable? How many would be comfortable going back so quickly? Going back to, and of course it's going to be a phase, but how many of you have, would be okay with starting to get back into rotation again. Come on, let me know if you think that, you know, you'd be able to jump right back into the lifestyle, and gradually, you know, if they said at the end of the month, hey, we're good. Okay, so Cheryl said, not me. Okay. You won't be comfortable at all. Okay, you don't think it's been enough time. You know, thinking, okay, Latari said no, not enough time, not enough time. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is. Yeah, I'm telling you, it is one of those things that, you know, they shelter you in place, and then you not I said the mouse. They shelter your place, and then you've had all these things, and yeah, your first you go, oh, not yet. I'm not quite ready. At the end of the month, I think that's just too much. No, go ahead. They can have that. But how many of you have employers that may say you got to, you know, go back? That's the whole thing. It's like, if they have to, if they make you come back to work, I don't know how that's going to work. So it's interesting to see how this is going to go. And I'm wondering what's going to happen over the next couple of weeks. I see everybody saying, not me. There's a lot of people, not me, not going to happen. So I'm interested to see how it's going to work. But listen, I'm going to jump in here because we got a lot to talk about. I got some awesome young women on here with me. And I want to let you know how I selected them, you know, and I'll tell you about each one of them and how I selected them as I introduce them. We're going to bring them on. And the whole, you know, face-to-face thing is just something God gave me, but the topics came up different. And the first guest that I have, she was actually the one that I was having the thought process anyway, because I saw a post that she did, and it just kind of made me think, how do I address this? And let's talk about this. And so the first young lady that I'm going to bring on, all of them are just super cool, super cute, honey. Young ladies that I just admire and I adore them, and I've watched them. And so I'll tell you a little bit about each one of them. I know them, but the first one I'm going to introduce, I've known her for about 13 years, and she's been a part of Wisdom since we started Wisdom. And thank God, you know, she came on over and is a faithful servant in the ministry. She sings with background with Miranda Curtis, and she also has been so faithful to Wisdom in our worship and arts, over our dance. She is a super soprano, honey. You can't, a super soprano. That's all I'm gonna say. But she's a sweetheart, and I do love her. But I saw a post, and she's the reason why I did this too. I saw her post, and when we were talking about being sheltered in place, and I saw her post one day, and she said, I'm about to pack up and move to Texas. Because her parents are in Texas. And it just kind of made me think about our whole topic today. And I said unbreakable praise, but I call it solo. And so many of us are at home, and so many of us are, you know, complaining about, you know, space and the kids and all this kind of stuff. And it made me think there's a whole nother group of people that we're not thinking about, that they are doing this solo. I don't want to say single, but they're doing this solo. So she, in her post, encouraged me, and it, you know, kind of, you know, gave me this topic. So I'm going to bring on my girl. Come on, Tamara Adams. Come on, y'all, give it up for Tam. There she go. Uh-oh, I can't hear her. Say something, Tam.
Hello?
There you go. Okay. Can you turn your volume up a little bit?
I think it's...
There you go. There you go. There she is. Tamara is my sweetheart, and she's my hair goals. She got my hair goals one day, you know, natural. I'm just kind of joining her in this natural journey. But that girl got some hair on her head, so it's beautiful today. It's gorgeous. I saw you the other night, but it's gorgeous.
Thank you, Toya.
Yes. So everybody saying hey to you, Tam. Hey, they say hey, it's Nama. They say hey to the people, Tamara. Say hey to the people. They loving on you. And so we're so happy. And so you guys know Tamara, and like I said, I had to get to know Tam. They said you're cute, Tam.
Thank you,
girl. So you can see their comments coming up, and I've got to know Tam, and she's been a sweetheart, and just really serving and faithful, and she don't play. So
No.
y'all see what her shirt say. Bless her. I'm praying for her. Don't play with her, but I'm praying for her. Amen. So Tam, you were the reason why I decided to do this topic. Well, I had already had it in mind, but when I saw your post, you were the reason. I was like, I got to do this, and I'm going to bring on, and we're going to have just this big discussion today, and we're going to talk about it because I want to know from you guys' perspective, and I want to know, because I'm not experiencing what you're experiencing, and I think it's so good for everybody to kind of like give all sides of this thing, not just one side, but all sides of it. So Lady C says, hey, isn't her hair beautiful? Jennifer is beautiful. So I'm going to bring on my next person. Let me read this bio first. It says, as the chief empowerment officer, she's the CEO, the chief empowerment officer of WMN LDRS LLC, a licensed minister at Changing Your Mind Ministries in Greenville, South Carolina. April Evans utilizes her passion and platform to inspire and empower women of color to own who they are and embrace their call to leadership. April is committed to celebrating and encouraging women to use their God-given power to challenge their fears and self-limited beliefs so that they can live a life of influence and make an impact for generations to come. The girl is bad. But listen, that's just her bio. Let me tell y'all this. She's my first cousin. We share that Spurgeon blood. So we connected, and I know she a bad girl. She can preach. She is always smiling. I love watching her and her family. She has a sister that they are always laughing and doing something funny, but our mothers are sisters. And so I have known April all my life. So y'all welcome to the show, April Evans, my first cousin, my fam. Hey, fam.
Hey, fam.
How you doing?
I'm doing wonderful. I'm so happy to be here.
Well, we're happy to have you and your leadership. And tell us what does WMNRDRS stand for?
Absolutely. Okay, so I just took out the vowels, but it stands for women leaders. So it's the word women leaders without the vowels.
Okay.
WMNLDRS LLC.
Wow. See, you just smart like that. I'd never figured that out. No.
It's okay. It's all right. That's what I'm here for.
The old people, we need all the letters. We need.
Okay. I'll remember that for next time.
But you weren't doing that for me anyway. It doesn't matter. All right. So I'm going to bring on one more young lady, another powerhouse that I'm going to bring on. This young lady I met, man, she came to the ministry, and from where she started to where she is now, I have seen God's hand on her life. She has been, she came as a part of, when we first tried to do life groups at the church, she came as a part of that. Someone invited her, and she came in and started singing on the praise team and was at my house and eating up my food and all kinds of stuff too. But she called me Mama CP. But Chastity is, Bryson is the youth, a young adult and creative pastor at M1 Church in Capitol Heights, Maryland. She has relocated up there with Pastor Juan and Melanie. And her pastor is Pastor Juan Wilder. She is currently active duty member of the Air Force, and she's been serving for 13 years. She says she absolutely loves God, her family, music, makeup, and fashion, and she sure does. The girl is bad. So let's welcome Chastity. I want to say her last name right. Is it Bryson? Did I say that right? Chastity.
That's it.
There she is.
That's it. Yes, ma'am.
Chas, what's going on?
Hey, everybody.
Hey.
Hey, Chaz.
Hey, y'all.
Awesome. Well, I'm so glad to have you. I know the Air Force took you to DC, but we still get to see you.
Yes. Georgia is home.
Huh?
Georgia is home.
Yeah, I tell Pastor Juan, don't forget that now.
Yeah.
He done snag you up there, but I'm so glad we were able to make the connection.
Yes.
DC, and we're still able to see you. And so you and Tam, you guys know each other because y'all used to hang out when you was here in Georgia.
That's my poodle.
And so now I'm introducing you all, and I'm hoping that you guys will make this connection, even as young ladies, and doing things in the ministry, that y'all will still make this connection, even when the old person has gotten out the way. So I say me. Okay, here's my last person. And the last person, I have known her for a very, they saying hey to y'all. Hey, Chaz. They saying hello.
Hey,
hello.
family. Hey, y'all.
The last person I want to bring on now, this young lady I have known longer than all. Well, no, April is one I've known the longest, of course, because it's my family. But I've known Jennifer, but I have not connected with her in a long time because I've been here for 20 years, so I really haven't seen Jen in like 20 years. I think maybe one time when I went back home, we went back home to preach. But when I was in Ridgely Church of God in Christ in Maryland. She was a young adult. No, she was a teenager. I think Jen was probably like 13, maybe when I left. And I've been watching her on social media, and she does a lot of seminars. Her Facebook posts, lives are hilarious. The one she did the other night about the Clark sisters, I was laughing because she is pure Kojic, y'all. She is a Kojic baby. She was doing the clap and everything. She is a Kojic baby, but she does a lot with singles ministries, and she's out there on that platform, and she's right there up the street from y'all, Chaz, right up the street. So I'm glad to make this connection, and I've known her for a long time, but we have not connected except for when what I see her on Facebook, things like that. So I'm happy that she agreed to come on. Y'all welcome Jennifer Trotter.
Hey guys.
Hey, Jen. How you doing?
I'm so excited to be here.
Jennifer, how old were you when I left?
I think I was like 12, like 11 or 12, because so co-pastor Freida used to direct the young adult choir. And I wasn't in there yet. And they was rocking. And I wanted to be in. So I knew I wasn't 13 yet because they was. And I had to be about 11 or 12.
So yeah, it's been 20 years this June since we left the DC area. I can't believe it's been 20 years. They saying, hey, they're showing your love for you on there, Jen. Say hey to your fans.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi to your fans. Okay, so I've got all y'all in here, and we're just gonna have fun. We're gonna talk. I want us to relax. I want y'all to have fun. I want you to, I sent you kind of what we're going to talk about a little bit, and we're going to just kind of discuss and dialogue it, and see where it goes from there. So my question I had for the first one was like, what's your present situation? Are you actually living alone? Are you living with family? You all by yourself, Tam?
I'm all by myself.
Me and Jesus.
Okay.
Yeah, honey.
Jesus.
Just me and Jesus.
Bless the Lord. Is he keeping you company? April, what about you?
I am living the dream all by myself.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Living the dream all by myself. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Jennifer, what about you?
So I'm with my parents, but it's different. Praise the Lord. If y'all listen, we are very, very close. But when I go to bed at night, I go by myself. Amen.
Okay. Chaz, what's your living situation?
So I am a tenant in someone else's home. I
Okay.
have my own space, so that's amazing.
Amazing, but you do have kind of that interaction if you need it.
I do. Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. So, how have you navigated through in your separate situations? How have you navigated through or are navigating, because it's ing, because it's still going. How have you been navigating through this? Because here's the thing, I see a lot of people on Facebook and they're talking about, and they're on news and stuff, and they're talking about people living in the house together and families not getting along and people not having space. And, I've got both of my children here with me for another few days till they move out, but they're here. But my house is big enough that everybody can have their own little space. They can go to their corners and whatever. But I hear a lot of people talking about, well, I gotta be here and I gotta have this and I gotta have this. How are you navigating through it? Because you're doing something totally different, and you're having to navigate through it and on the other side. So I'll leave that open and let somebody just start with how you want, if you want to start talking about how you navigating through this.
I'm managing fine.
Y'all. Go, Chaz.
I actually like having some alone time. I've always implemented that in my routine of life as a norm. I am a social person, so I do like being around people. I really just miss church, but other than that, I'm navigating well. I have more time with God. I
Right.
have more time with being able to read, make plans for myself. So I'm navigating well. It's just I don't like being restricted from the things that I really want to do, like go to the mall or go eat, go to the movies. So that's what I'm really struggling with. The alone thing, I'm managing well though.
Okay, Tam.
Well, aside from that post the other day, so with me, I'm used to being by myself because I'm such an introvert. But I was always having something to do, always on the go, driving up and down the road, gotta have rehearsal, studio time, whatever. And so now that I am home by myself and I don't have anywhere to go, I don't really have anything to do besides working from home, is the reality started hitting me that like I've been busy and I haven't really had time like for myself. And so I was sitting
I
there, and
agree.
even though like I'm like, oh, I want to be by myself, I want to be by myself. Now that I am, I'm like, well, when I want to be able to have some kind of interaction, like I want to be able to do that, and I'm not able to do that. So I was like, I'm about to pack up my stuff and go to my mother's house.
Jennifer, do you recommend she do that?
You know, y'all just have to just pray about it first. You know, seek the Lord, and that it is good because again, we are extremely close, but you got to realize outside is closed, so it's no. We in here, so you just pray about that. You know?
That's true. All right, April.
Okay, so I am an extrovert too, so I can relate a lot to what Tamara was saying. I'm even though you're an introvert, I'm an extrovert in Chastity too. But so I was always on the go doing everything. But now that I have an opportunity to sit down and give myself some self-love and self-care, I'm enjoying that. Minus the exception that I don't cook. And that has been a challenge for me. So when I go to the grocery store, I'm like, what do I buy? I don't even know how to cook this stuff. So, I mean, I'm struggling in that area, but you know, I got a mom that's about 20 minutes away, so she'll leave some food on the deck or on the porch, you know, and I pick it up and I come back home.
Your mama don't let you come in the house?
I don't want to go in the house. I don't know where they've been. I don't know who they're in contact with. No. Mm-mm.
No? Okay. Tam, you cook. You can cook.
Yes, I don't like to, but I do.
I don't either, but I have been doing it a lot. I keep saying that I've been doing it a lot. Yeah, a lot. Chas, you cook?
You know I do. You know I
Yeah.
love to eat, so I gotta feed myself.
What about you, Jennifer?
I just want to thank God for Shirley and Rudolph Trotter because that's the plus side now. You know, are we getting full breakfast every day? You know, I got
Look how the Lord is providing.
mother.
The Lord is providing for you. Isn't that something?
He is
Jen, you
providing.
gotta do the Koja clap for me. You gotta do the clap.
Eating. I have been eating.
He's good.
Yes. But the reality of things, I'm not like everybody else. I am an extrovert. So I hate this. Like, I don't understand, like, what is happening. Like, it was cute the first 2 weeks. Get me out of here. I don't like this. I'm ready for hugs. I'm ready for peopling. I'm ready for events. I'm ready for church. I hate it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do a lot. I see you out all the time. But all of you all, as I watch your social medias, all four of you are in the street all the time, doing something, posting, going. And this kind of, What'd you say, April?
No, that was just my agreement.
Oh,
yes. We burn rubber, we pop smoke, we kick rocks. I mean, we do it all.
You do, every one of you, which is great because it does keep you busy and it keeps you going. But this time, I don't know. I've been working from home and I've been busier working from home for me. I want a self-care day. My birthday's coming up Tuesday. I think I'm gonna take it.
Yep.
But so you know, and everybody's perspective on it is different because But okay, doing this solo, I guess I'd say, you know, you don't have it's ghetto here. Somebody say it's ghetto. So you don't have anybody to have disagreements with and arguments with, and if they don't, you know, get on your nerves and all that, do you want that or no? Are you good with it?
I think for me, I'm okay, but it's just the fact that I don't like when somebody tell me what to do. So the fact that they're telling me that I can't just go when I want to go and just spend time with my friends or family for the time that I want to, like that's what's really getting me. Because I have like moments when I want to have that time around people, and then after that, like I'm good by myself. But because I can't have that moment, like that's what's really like getting me.
I'm laughing because April is over there like,
Tamara, come through. Yes.
So let me ask you
I have
a question.
moments.
Have your moment. Let me ask you this question. Have you learned anything, or what have you learned about yourself during this time? Chastity.
I need to work on my patience. I'm a little bit impatient.
You impatient?
I'm a little bit impatient. I thought I was good. And maybe because, you know, when you really active in ministry, you got people that you can rely on. But now that I'm able to sit back and just watch some stuff, I'm like, somebody need to move. We need to do something. This need to happen. Yeah, I need to work on my patience.
Okay, Jennifer, what have you learned about yourself?
To be really honest, I'm very selfish, and I've learned that, you know, even if
You were kind of like the only child, not really, but there was such a gap between you and your brother.
Yeah, I have only child syndrome, really, really bad. It's awful, and it's been making me kind of just take inventory, because even with all of this extra time, I still haven't been reaching out to my friends like I should. So being intentional about that and connecting and not so caught up in my thing, because like you said, outside is closed, but ministry still has to go forth. Work still has to go forth, but making sure that I am intentional in my connecting. So I'm learning that I've been a little selfish. So I need to kind of work on that.
Okay, Tamara, what have you learned about yourself?
That I've been neglecting my me time, that's for sure. So that is a blessing in that I have been able to have like my me time. I actually have times where I will literally either just like come on the couch and just sit Indian style or lay on the floor and it's just complete silence. Because sometimes that's just what I need, just complete silence. And that gives me time to kind of just like woosah, clear my head, all that. And also I've learned that I used to say all the time, I'm not a phone person. But I don't know if it's just this situation or what it may be. But I've been talking on the phone a lot more.
Okay.
I've been opening myself up because people gotta be like, before you even contact me, like ask yourself, is this textable information? Because if it is, you need to do that first before you call me.
Lord
But
Jesus.
I mean, it's the truth. But I've been actually like talking more on the phone, and so that's something I've kind of like learned about myself that I'm actually okay with. Because I always say, I just say what I want to say, and then I'm done.
Yeah.
But you know,
I have heard that. I
Mhm.
have heard that studies have shown that since we've been doing the sheltering in place, that people are texting less and talking more because they want the connection. They want. I mean, Zoom stock has gone up, y'all, because everybody's Zooming. You know, everything. And so any kind of way we can get the connection, people are running towards that. So texting is down and people actually talking or video conferencing is really up because that's the only way you can really connect with people. April, what have you learned about yourself during this time?
Okay, so I have learned that I really don't have a good relationship with myself. And that's what I have learned. Because everything that I've been doing up to this point, because you know, doing this solo, I'm always doing something. I have something planned. So I don't really spend time with myself. And I've been learning that that maybe I need to get to know who I really am. Because being sheltered in here is just me. And I'm starting to realize, you know what? No, I really don't like that. And I really don't like talking to this person. They're just time fillers. They're just filling up my time, but I really don't like the conversation. You know, and I'm starting to realize that I have just been putting things in places just to fill time. And I haven't really been dedicating stuff to me to understand and know who I really am. So I'm taking this time to get to know who April really is, because my life has been like the background noise. No, I wouldn't say that. It's been put in my life as a background noise. So I'm getting to know me during this time.
That's real good that we've been creating background noise. Because we don't want to. That's good, girl. What'd you say, Tam?
I said that time fillers, that was good to me, because I've realized that too. Some people I just straight just ignore. I look at my phone. Oh, okay.
I'm not talking to you.
Nah, I'm good.
I'm not talking to them. Yeah, because listen, I think you have more time, but if in this time we look at how precious our time is.
Right.
You know, like, okay, I'm not going anywhere, but I'm not doing anything, but I finally realized that my time is precious. Like, and do I like me? Somebody said, did April just read my life?
It's all mine.
People are agreeing with you that a lot of us, whether you're doing this solo or not, we find things as time fillers, just to stay busy. Somebody said busy isn't productive.
Yeah.
You know, I will even add to that. What I realized a while ago is that I was addicted to motion. I was addicted to going, but I wasn't addicted to being productive. So there's a difference in being busy and being productive. And I was just addicted to motion. I just wanted to go, and not give my mind downtime to process who I was in every environment and in every relationship. I was just going because I was accustomed to doing. But doing has nothing to do with who I'm becoming. I have to become and then do.
Right. And I think sometimes too, we're so addicted to motion because if we slow down, then we have to deal with stuff.
Yes.
I got to deal with me. I got to deal with the situation. I got to deal with this, whatever I've been putting off to the side. If I'm like, Tam, if I say I don't have time to do that, if I keep myself going, I don't have time to deal with that. You know, April, if I feel that space, that I don't have to deal with that situation. So a lot of the times, I think we do it and we stay in motion because silence means I got to think. And here's the thing. I just heard this word. We become intoxicated with motion. The reason why, think about, why do people drink? Why do they take drugs? To not have to deal with reality. Our addiction may not be alcohol and drugs. It may be motion. It may be doing. It may be busy. Oh God, help us, Jesus.
I can be honest with you, that's exactly what I did when I started going through the divorce. I didn't want to deal with it. And so I intentionally kept myself busy, like super busy, to where I was barely getting any sleep. And so once I finally got to a point to where I was ready to actually like deal with it, because I realized like I'm doing this probably too much, and my body got to a point to where it was starting to like shut down. Like, girl, you doing too much for no reason. I had to actually start looking at like the gigs I'm taking, any stuff that I was doing, and it was like little money. And Lord knows, if I'm gonna do something, I'm gonna spend my time doing it. I want to make decent money if I'm gonna do it, not for these little bitty coins. But I was doing stuff for itty bitty coins just to say that I'm doing something, just so I wouldn't have to sit at home by myself and actually get to know myself and think about and deal with the situation I was dealing with. And so that is so real. Like I literally had to sit down and just start being like, no, this is good.
Yeah. So have you guys, anybody started any new hobbies?
Nope.
Working out. How about that?
You learn how to do anything new?
No, but I've been working out more because I said I'm not gonna be corn fat in this quarantine. I'm about to get corn fine.
Right.
Girl, I got a whole gym downstairs and I have to make myself get up and go down there, but I do get up because I'm like, Lord help me. I already see where my cooking is going.
I've been reading more.
Go ahead, Jennifer.
Oh, I'm sorry. I've been reading more.
Okay.
I think when outside is closed, you really take inventory of the inside and knowing how much
That's
of
good.
your days you're wasting doing certain things. Knowing that, oh, it's been 3 hours. I done been on social media and I haven't done X, Y, and Z. So I've been being more intentional about reading books, trying to see what my next steps in life will be, and not just allowing the days and the time to pass me by with Netflix and chill and snacks, but really being intentional with my time.
She said Netflix, chill, and snacks.
And snacks.
Because we like snacks. Come on, Jen, we like snacks on here.
This is a snacking season. It's snack season.
Listen,
So they want to put us in season.
now them snacks is not healthy. They're not good for me. I have been challenging myself. I have not done it every day, but one of my challenges is because I have an office. I'll be in the office working, and I don't know about you guys. It's like all of a sudden your brain says, "Go get something to eat."
Yeah.
So I am challenging myself that instead of getting up to go get something to eat, if I get that, unction, then I have to walk. I either have to go downstairs and walk on the treadmill, or I have to go outside and walk to try to get past the wanting to eat, because I want to eat all the time just because. I ain't even hungry. It tastes good.
Right.
And that's where I've been. So I got to get up and start making myself like walk, because I have to work in the office, but because the kitchen is right there, I get that. Get up and go get you a snack. And so I'm supposed to go get the apple and I get the cookie. Somebody said, member of the snack and nap ministry. Bless God. Bless the Lord. So let me ask you this. What are there any benefits to having time to yourself, to doing this solo?
I know for me, it's been very beneficial. As I'm trying to pursue entrepreneurship, it's giving me the time that I need to invest in myself and in my future. And so, I've been doing a lot of intentional studying in regards to business, in regards to investments, in regards to what's going to benefit not just myself, but on down the line, family and everything. And I've also been more prone to take in the information that I'm given and push it out to people that it will benefit. So I'm trying my best not to just withhold the information for myself, but help somebody else in their future. So I've been that's been the plus of having this time, because now I can focus, be more focused on the things that matter to me the most. So I've been enjoying it.
Okay. Anybody else?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What was the question? So the question was, how are we benefiting from this solo time?
Are there any benefits?
That right?
Or do you see any benefits from having time by yourself? Jennifer, you were gonna say something?
Yeah. Go ahead, Jennifer. Go ahead, Jennifer, please.
I've been learning my capacity as far as like what I do really well and what are some things need some more opportunity, like some more work on it. So I've really been enjoying this time. Like a lot like what Chastity said, excuse me, being intentional about the business in the future, because I don't believe that we're going to have this time again where we're shut down, where we have all of these hours that we could literally read, research, everything for our business. I believe that if we come out of this empty-handed, it's because we were not intentional about our time. So I think that I've been learning my capacity and learning what I do really, really well, and some things that I need to work on in ministry, in business, in life, like we started talking about before, taking self-inventory of myself and certain things that aren't so pretty, that need to be corrected, that need the grace of the Lord. So things that need to be stretched, things that need to be replaced, and things that need to be amped up. So yeah, I've been finding it very it's been beneficial.
Okay. April?
Me personally, I struggle with depression and I struggle with anxiety. So you would think that being enclosed into a, in self quarantine or physical distancing would be hard for me. But the way God has set this up is He's allowed me to get to the bottom of me during this time. So what that looks like for me is depression and anxiety had me not doing certain things that I guess that brought life to my life. I was just so tired. I was so anxious that I just put down a lot of things that gave me life. So now I've started that working out, and that really helps. The endorphins help with releasing a lot of the tension and the stress that I feel. So it's helped me. It's helped me mentally. It's helped me physically. But then also He's helped me to see that I've been my biggest crisis all along.
Wow.
So I mean, He brought the crisis just to show me, April, you've been your biggest crisis. So I've been under this illusion for so long that I've had everything under control. I've been under the illusion that you just give me understanding, you give me the resources, I'll get the plan and I'll work it out.
Yeah.
But he keeps showing me, you know what, April, you're doing all these things, but you're not. First of all, you're not making sure that they align with the core of who you are. And then on top of that, you're not even dealing with those things that sabotage you. I have self-limiting beliefs. I self-sabotage myself. I set up my ceiling to where it's only so high. And He's taking this time to help me to get to the bottom of April. He's like, let's get to the bottom of why you really do what you do, why you say what you say, why you respond the way that you respond. So He's been peeling me back like an onion during this time, but I'm thankful for it. I mean, it hasn't been pretty, but at the same time, I'm better for it. So this crisis has had a purpose for me.
Oh, wow. I think it has had a purpose for everybody. You ain't the only one. Of just self-evaluation and really seeing, as all of you said, who you really are. Who you really are. And I'm so glad that you're able to talk about the fact that you deal with the, depression and anxiety coming from that perspective, because so many people do, and how God is even keeping you in the midst of this, because right now we don't have any control over anything. I mean, we never had control anyway. We thought we did, but we really don't have any control over anything right now. And so people who deal with anxiety, who have control issues right now, this is the time to center yourself. This is the time, like you said, to let God peel you back and deal with all of those things. And if we're not careful, and I have been very guilty of this, to take that time and not use it for that purpose. I just stay busy. I have been so busy, so I have had to, like you said, sit back and like, okay, when I get up in the morning, just lay there. Just lay there. That's hard for me, y'all. To just lay there and finding things that help, like you said, pull the things out of you that God wants in you, wants out of you. And so I had one more question, but I'm going to jump to this real quick. So I got a couple of clips, and I want to do this one because April just finished talking, and I want to play this clip of April ministering, and because I think it's going to give us the next conversation. So we're going to play this clip of April ministering real quick. You got that? We got it queued up so we can.
God is saying, I'm trying to kill some things off of you. I'm trying to make sure that some things that are in you absolutely go to the grave. I'm trying to make sure that some things that are in you absolutely go to the cross. I'm trying to make sure that I kill some of that stuff that shouldn't be living on the inside of you anyway. God says, I need to resurrect the real you, but you keep fighting me and you won't set your face like flint. He is encouraging us to put your freaking face on. Set your face like flint in the midst of opposition, regardless of what you've done, regardless of what they say, and who is they anyway?
Woo! That's my cousin, y'all. She said, put your freaking face on.
You get on my nerves. Let me say that.
Come on now. Come on, cousin. I had to play that there because it's just what we were just talking about. Like, God is trying to get you and trying to get you. Go ahead, April. I can't preach your message because, preachers will steal each other's stuff. Go ahead. Tell us what you was preaching about. Go ahead. Go ahead and expound a little bit.
Yeah, so in that particular passage, we was talking about that God, we put every day we make a choice on the garment that we're going to put on. You know, sometimes, but we wear shame like it's a garment. We literally get up and put on shame, put on depression, put on anxiety, you know, in the face of opposition. Well, God's like, I need for you to set your face like flint.
Your freaking
And
face.
your freaking face, your whole freaking face. Put it all on. I mean, do a nice beat on your face. But yeah, during that particular time, I was just trying to encourage myself that April, in the midst of whatever you think is bigger than you, God just said to set your face like flint and keep your face looking forward, so you don't have to exchange that face for a garment that He didn't give me.
Come on.
So that's all I was just expounding on in that particular clip.
You was preaching, girl. You was preaching. Yeah, everybody, come on, get a clap.
Can somebody teach me the Kojic clap later? I don't know how to do that, but I would love it if someone could teach me that. That would be great.
Jen, can you do a quick tutorial on the Kojic clap? A quick
Well,
tutorial.
you just clap real fast. You just put them together like this. Excuse my nails. We in the quarantine. And then you just like the devil is in between them.
Yes.
Like you're slapping the enemy. That's it. That's it.
So yes, we have that. So we give that to you, April. That's you get the Kojic clap. Yes.
You got it. You got it.
You gotta have a little attitude. So what do you all have anything to say about that clip that you just saw?
I believe that, like April was saying in that clip, that this is the time for us to really unmask. That you can't hide behind your engagement. You can't hide behind your job. You can't even hide behind the pulpit. You can't hide. Like literally who you are is coming to the surface, and you have to deal with you. And the Lord is saying, like, I see what you got going on, and I'm going to restore you, and I'm going to redeem you to the place that I have for you. Not later for these expectations that you even set for yourself. Right, that you set up for yourself that I didn't put on you, right? But just do what I called you to do. Just be who I called you to be. Oh, we're gonna be all right.
We're gonna be all right. We're gonna be all right. I got another clip. This one's Chastity. She's gonna encourage us real quick. Chas gonna encourage us. Let me see what they got for Chas on here.
When I think of the goodness of Jesus and all that He has done for me, my soul cries out, hallelujah! Anybody got a hallelujah in your mouth? My soul shall make her boast in the Lord. When you know about God and when you know who God is, when you can testify of His goodness, when you can testify of who He is, when you know He's a healer, when you know He's a way maker, when you know He's a provider.
Woo! Come on now, you better take us on in. Yes.
Praise
I
Him.
tell you, know, as an exhorter, and I played that one because we have to, I named this month, I was talking about Unbreakable Praise, and you definitely have to have that right now. Like if any other time, no other time in your life, because you can't get to the church house. Oh God, a praise has got to be in your spirit. You got to wake up singing. You got to have a hallelujah. You got to have a glory to God. Anyhow, you got to have that in your spirit right now, whether you solo or not. That is so important, because you got to have it. And so when I saw that, I was like, Chastity just telling us, come on now. Come on now, you gotta have it. You gotta have a praise in your spirit. And so it is so important that we go there and that you all, how important has praise been for you in this moment right now?
I know for me, I just look at God got a track record with me. When I really think about everything concerning God in my life, how can I not? How can I not offer up unto Him what He's due? I just have to. Just the fact alone that my sister, my niece, they both went through this COVID thing. They had it and was suffering
Wow.
bad, but God, they're alive today.
But God.
Thousands of other people gone, but my sister, my niece, my babies, my heart, they are here. And so it not just from current matters, but even in the past of how God has kept me. Before COVID, it was some things that I was facing in my life before coronavirus that should have took me out, but God. So yeah, that's that track record to get me. I might run off, so I'm quiet down right.
You better run off, girl.
Take a nap.
We came to bless him. We came to give him glory.
Oh, yeah.
Hallelujah.
Yes, ma'am. Woo.
Bless the Lord.
Don't let me go.
Anybody else want to talk about how having an unbreakable praise has been your rock, has kept you during this time?
I would say that it's been my rock, just in life, period, because it helps me keep my focus. Helps me keep focused on God. Like I think of like a camera lens. When you have that focus on that one thing and it blurs everything else out, everything else doesn't matter except for that one thing that you have that focus on. And so with all this negativity and everything that's going on, it's easy to take on that negativity and allow it to overtake you. But if you keep your heart and your mind focused on God, then all the other stuff just seems minimal. And you just allow to praise your way through this, regardless of what it looks like, regardless of what everybody is saying. I'm still going to keep my focus on God. I'm going to put me through it because I know that He has me. He's going to keep me covered.
Come on now, and that's what keeps us all grounded. You know, regardless of how we're doing this, it keeps us all grounded. And people think when we tell people praise God, have a relationship with God, worship God, they think, oh, you're just trying to get me to do something. We're like, no, we're trying to save your life because we understand this thing saved my life.
Yeah.
It turned my mind around. It kept my mind. It kept me from losing it. You know, when I could refocus on God. You don't understand. I'm not just telling you this because I'm trying to get you to do something robotically. I'm telling you this because I'm throwing out a lifeline. Praise and worship is a lifeline that if people will get it, if they will understand when they think they're going down for the last time, all I can do is lift my hands. Oh God, when I lift my hands, I feel God, you know, I feel His presence. And so it has saved my life. And many times when all I could do was cry, all I could do was just lift my hands because I knew who He was. And like you said, Tam, it refocused me off of that to this. And to Him and who He is. And so we cannot lose that. And that's why David said, I have to bless the Lord at all times. And His praise will continually, perpetually, unbroken be in my mouth. I can't stop because I'm here. Because I heard so many people say, oh, I thought y'all said 2020 was the year. And I'm saying it still is.
It is.
Baby.
Listen.
It's still the year.
It's still the year because this is what I'm saying. This is what I've seen. This is what I know. Y'all know the government, first of all, just don't give money. Okay. And I know we got this situation with, you know, whether or not they give it. Can I tell you that I have 3 businesses. One of them has gotten funding for the pay protection. I got an email just a minute ago said we need one more document from you. The other one says we're still processing because when the money comes open, we're gonna make sure. I believe God. Look, I'm gonna take everything they give me, everything, and I'm gonna take everything that God says yes, it's mine. And if we would, I'm like Chastity, if we would learn to at this time refocus and take hold and not stand back and complain, what we're going to see. Listen, my husband said this, for our church, 2020 was a year to follow His vision, His direction. This is the year you better be seeking God because He's going to give you strategies. He's going to give you ideas. He's going to position you with people. He's going to give you finances. He's going to give you things that's going to help you on down. Now, if you want to stay back and talk about 2028 the year, I want to bet. I'm taking my 2020 with what God's giving me right now. I don't care what nobody else is saying. I'm going to walk in victory. My book is getting ready to come out. It's called Victory is My Only Option. I don't care what it looks like. That's all. Victory.
That's all I got.
That's all I got. That's my only. I take all other options off the table. All of the options off the table. You can leave other options, but I choose victory. Why? Because He's, like you said, Chas, when I look back, all of y'all can say this. When I look back, He's kept me all this time. Why would He stop now? He's a faithful God. He's a faithful God. So we got to make sure praise stays on our lips. We got to make sure that we trust God, and however God does it, God, I'm giving you glory. So listen, we got one more thing. I got one more clip. She's gonna take us into worship. Gonna tell us why she's a worshiper and why she sings and when she takes us there. Yes. Tam, I got one. Jen, I didn't have a clip for you. I didn't have a clip. You didn't send me one. But that's all right. I'm gonna let you preach at the end. Come on, Tam. Let's see where Tam gonna take us right now. Let's see where Tam gonna take us.
Pushing back the darkness, lighting up a kingdom that cannot be shaken. In the name of Jesus, the enemy's defeated, and we will shout it out, shout it out. There's no greater name than the name of Jesus. There's no greater name than the name of Jesus. Every time you call that name.
Woo! Y'all know Tam be going in when she said, no greater name.
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
She be coming after the devil then when she start growling.
Cause he get on my nerves.
Listen, don't even play. Y'all mess with me enough. So it's my turn to mess with y'all. They mess with me, y'all. They mess with me all the time in church. And I will never live down the song of deliverance. I will never live that down. That's a joke with the church. They'll never let me live that down. But Tam was taking us in that in the name of Jesus, the enemy's defeated. It does not matter, you know. There's power in him, and regardless of what happens, he's defeated. The enemy's defeated. Tam is a worshiper too. Her all of these things. They said, "Same Miss Adams." Y'all can see the comments, right? Jen, give us a word, Jen. Give us a word real quick. Give us something real quick to encourage the people.
I believe the God of the Bible. I believe that Jesus is who he say he is. And like Chastity said before, he has never failed us before. His track record with us is good. He's never made a promise that he did not keep to us. And we did not get this far to only come this far. This will not be in for us. Every promise he said, every promise he made to us will come to pass. He is a man that he cannot lie. It is not in his character to be a liar. So whatever God told us for 2020, I don't care if we got 3 months left. It's still going to come into full manifestation in those 3 months. And I believe that God doesn't do anything just by happenstance. Everything is aligned. It is ordained. It is strategic. So even this crisis, there is a calling. Even in this crisis, there is something that the Lord wants us to get from this, and he will not fail us. He's never done it before, and he will not do it now. We've come too far to only get this far.
I love that. We've come too far to only get this far. Woo! Come on now. There's still more on this journey. There's still more on this journey. As long as I'm breathing, God still has an opportunity to do something with my life. As long as you still have breath, God still has an opportunity to do something with your life. And we just want to encourage the people to know that. Y'all are so phenomenal, man. Somebody just put up here, I got some powerhouses. I know that. That's why I invited all of them. And here's what I want to speak over each one of you. I'm praying that God begin to just launch y'all when y'all come out of this, because, you know, there's a shift of who we've been seeing and who God wants to see. And who God wants to be put out there. And there is so much power and so much gifting on the inside of each one of you young ladies. And the world needs to see it. You know, this is just my little people that's watching right here. But the world needs to see what you have and what God has put on the inside of you, that promise. And so I know all of you have greatness in you. So I'm just praying that when you come out of here, you just come busting out, like explode, like, you know, a can of biscuits or something. Just boom, you just can't even contain. Just can't even contain. Well, you know how the biscuit is. You put it up on the pressure, it's gonna pop. It's popping. And so I'm praying that what's on the inside of y'all is just gonna pop on another level. When you come out of this, that God is gonna unleash onto the world and into your platforms and into people who are surrounded by, that you're going to bust out of where you are. Get ready. Start right now. Take this opportunity to lengthen your cords, to stretch, to get ready, to be able to have the capacity for what God wants to do in you. He's giving you this opportunity to now get ready. Now I'm talking to these ladies right here. Just give me a moment to talk to them. She said, y'all grand biscuits.
Come on. Grand biscuits and
So
fluffy.
get ready.
Fluffy.
Fluffy and the right.
Biscuit combustion.
Yes, take this time to prepare for the capacity that God needs to be able to put you in. Because right now, if he tried to do it and you don't have enough capacity, take this time to stretch. To stretch. So when he blows you up, you like, okay, I'm ready. It's gonna be uncomfortable, but it's gonna be all right. Amen. It's gonna be uncomfortable. It's gonna be right. Chaz, you got something for us? You got Chaz is also not only she a worship leader, she's also gifted at spoken word. I asked her to do a spoken word for us today. You ready?
I'm ready.
Come on.
So the name of this one is called The Reason, and as this month has been focused on unbreakable praise, see that God alone is and why we should have unbreakable praise. When we think about the faithfulness of God and how he's blessed our lives and how he's keeping us all, that's a reason alone for us to have unbreakable praise. So the name of this piece is called The Reason. The solidity of a substance molded and formed like shatterproof glass echoes resounding loud with exhortation. Hear the trumpets call, sound off the brass. The mass congregation of body and being collaborated to communicate this fashion you are seeing. I wear praise as if it's diamonds on my hands and red bottoms on my feet. Layers on top of layers. It is my Jesus piece that takes off the fleece. The threads of life that creates a heaviness to try and weigh me down. But because of freedom in Christ, I am no longer bound, not drowned. I was once lost, but now I'm found. His love converted my frown, picked me up when I was down. He stuck with me when I clown, blocked the enemy and got the rebound. That's why I ain't gonna let nothing or nobody turn my praise around. It's unbreakable, indestructible, just like the God we serve. He's unchanging, strong and mighty, and all the praise he deserves. His word settles me and builds my resiliency. Cast down and perplexed, but his word boosts my agility and my ability to pray in humility. I will say that the willingly I will display significantly the dignity unto the blessed Trinity. His divinity is the epitome of what you see and feel visually and physically. That's why the activity of your praise must remain engaged, not just a phase, but married to the God he kept you all the other times. If you don't praise him now, wouldn't that be odd? The DNA of praise should be permanent, seeping through our pores like fumes of an aroma that can't be contained, floating onto open shores, unending waves of praise as we continually offer the sacrifice for the rest of our days. Our hands are lifted up in total surrenderance. We won't be shaken, but steadfast and immovable. Coronavirus won't be a hindrance to what he is due. He is the way, the truth, and the life. So I say to you, blessing him at all times is what we must continue, whether on a couch or in a car or at a fancy venue, because he is true, the only sovereign and living God, the Holy One. That's why when it comes to praise, we thank him for who he is and all that he's done. In spite of what's going on, the victory is won. So let's be committed to rejoice until he comes. Switch gears and shift your perspective from what to who. Instead of complaining, let praise be what you do. Develop your muscles and strengthen your will. As you consistently practice praise, it will help heal your broken heart and your troubled mind. Considering God a reason to praise is not hard to find. Don't let the enemy shake you to silence. You are built to last with God as your firm foundation. Keep in mind that praise is your weapon. So warriors, let's get in formation and shout unto God with the voice of triumph. Magnify the Lord with me and let us exalt his name. And together with our unbreakable praise, let's put the devil to shame. The Reason.
Come on, ma'am. Yeah, you better come.
The
What?
Reason. He's the reason.
My yes, yes. My
He's the
God,
reason.
you are so talented. My God, gifted. But listen. I was trying to catch it all because y'all know I'm a little slow. I was like, my God,
Girl.
They said, "Coach, your clap, Chaz. Coach, up."
Thank y'all. God bless y'all.
Woo!
Thank y'all.
Get information. I heard her talk about some red
Yes.
bottoms, girl. When I tell you that, can you send me that? That is amazing.
I will.
Send that to me.
Yes,
Thank
ma'am.
you so much. All of you are so gifted, so talented. If you're watching this, y'all, when we go back to whatever we're doing, get these ladies on your platform, get them at your
Man.
churches, do something, bring them in, get them on your Zoom if you got to do it before then. Do what you got to do. But we're putting their contact information up. We're gonna run it through one more time. You can get them on social media. All of them are on Instagram and Facebook. And we put their Cash App down there since they were such a blessing to y'all. Bless the Lord. Feel free to Cash App them if $10, $5, whatever, 25, whatever the Lord put on your heart. Cash App these young ladies. Let them know that you appreciate their time today. I appreciate their time. There's Tam. That's Tamara's information. You can follow her on Instagram. You can find her on Facebook. I think all of you are on Instagram and Facebook, right? So I don't tweet. Y'all tweet?
Mm-hmm.
No. Okay, so Twitter, one Twitter. All right, this probably most people on here don't tweet anyway, but there's April's information. Follow them. Like their information. Follow them. See what God is doing in their lives. Let them encourage you. They encourage me with their energy. They give me energy. They give me energy and keep going. I'm ready. I'm gonna be ready to pass the baton. So they are awesome.
Oh my.
Huh? What'd you say?
Oh
What'd you say,
my.
Chad?
I said, oh my.
Ready to pass. Y'all some powerhouses, man. Listen, I'm so excited. And so any last words from any one of you? We're a little over an hour, but any last words? Anybody want to speak some words of encouragement to anybody?
Sure, I will. Something that the Holy Spirit was saying to me is don't waste. Don't waste a good crisis. That's my slow Kojak clap, but please don't waste a good crisis. And I know a lot of experts have been coming on TV and they've been talking about how a lot of us going to come out on the other end with post-stress traumatic syndrome. But I truly believe that if we get the spoils out of this crisis, that we will come out of it with post-traumatic growth. Not post-traumatic stress syndrome, but post-traumatic growth. If you are willing to go and do the work within yourself, allow God to do everything that he needs to do, because he is not behind the scenes trying to work out these circumstances for you. He is actually trying to work out the best you out of you. So many people think that he's trying to work out the ideal circumstance. No, he's trying to work out the ideal you. So get the spoils of this crisis, and the spoil is you. So get the best you out of this crisis and allow that to catapult you into what God already has destined for you. So don't waste a good crisis, and don't sit and believe that you can't grow from this traumatic experience. You can use this to push you into the place that God has called for you.
Woo! Come on now. I told y'all she running the family. She a preacher. Yes, ma'am. We're going to heed to that word. We're going to heed to the word. We're going to do the work, and we're going to come out of this thing with some growth. Who else got an encouragement before we leave? Come on.
We talked a lot about the benefits of, flying this thing solo, but there is also a sacrifice. And even in that being alone time, just be reminded that God has not forgotten you. You may be alone, but you are not lonely. He will meet every need. He will be every resource. He will be even the emotional need. He knows exactly where we are and what we're going through in our emotions and our feelings. So even at night when you're like, Lord, when is it going to happen for me? Or if you have the desire to be married or anything like that, God hasn't forgotten that. This is not the end. This is not the end. And whatever God promised will still come into full manifestation.
Awesome. Awesome. Amen. Amen. What we got? Chaz?
I just want to say, I believe that this time that we are all in and impacted by is a time for us to focus, as God has settled us and allowed us to be in a place to where we're still, not only are we hearing his voice, but we are getting the direction that we need for our life. And it's important that we download it and that we follow the instruction to the T, because this moment that he's allowing us to build our currency of the creativity that we have within ourselves is going to promote us later on. It's going to build our future. It's going to expand, as co-pastor said, our capacity. And so it's important that we focus in this time on ourselves and also on the assignment that God has placed in our life. And then we also need to be intentional with our actions and our efforts, because not only is this time for ourselves, but it's the time for us to be impacted, for us to impact someone else's life. It's the time for the intercessors to rise up in prayer and in deed. And so God has called us, the believers and those that are connected to us, for us to be the vessel within this earth realm. And it's time for us to act on that.
Amen. Come on, Tam. Come on, your turn. Jump in, double dutch, jump in.
Just real quick, I just wanted to say, just piggybacking off of everyone said, even in us being, making sure that we're using our time wisely, also use that time to make sure that we're speaking life in this situation. I remember co-pastor spoke a couple of weeks ago, and she said, if it comes out of your mouth, make sure it has life and power. And that has stuck with me, because that's something that my mom would tell, my brothers and I all the time: speak life, speak life, speak life. Because every little thing that we say, like, it's a seed that's planted. We have to remember that we have the same power that we just hooped and hollered and jumped about, that God had when he raised Jesus from the dead. We have that same power. We have the same power in our mouth when he created the world, by opening his mouth and speaking, and we have that same power. So if we want to see better in our life, we want to see this thing turn around, if we want to see the growth once we come out of this, then we have to speak life. We have to make sure that everything that comes out of our mouth has life and power.
Woo! Y'all heard. Yes, y'all heard what these ladies said. I mean, I don't have nothing else to say, because they done. They did it all. They did it all. I thank y'all so much. This has been, somebody said, what's Jennifer's Cash App? We need to put that back up. I think they want to bless the saints. Somebody asked, there we go. Single Save Social. Jen, you do a Single Save Social. What is it? Tell me what you do before we leave, because I wanted to make sure that they connect with you on that.
Okay, so it's an events-based network where we curate spaces for singles. So we've hosted events in DC, in Baltimore, in New York, in Charlotte, and we basically create a space for singles to come and be vulnerable, be honest about how you feel, and really discuss the biblical truth about who God says we are and what we are not. We are not just a label, but God loves singles. God loves singles, and he has not forgotten about us. So we do activities, we curate honest conversations to create a community.
Yes.
Do you come to Georgia?
Yes, we can get her in Georgia. We're gonna get her to Georgia.
Right down the street.
So yeah, I know she does that. So you guys need to hook up with each other and just follow each other, and especially you two, Chastity and Jenna, y'all literally up the street, because she's in Capitol Heights. One's in Capitol Heights and one's Upper Marlboro.
Literally, probably about 7 minutes from each other.
I wanted to make the connection. So definitely get connected. Listen, before we go, y'all know I like to give away some stuff, and I want to bless some people. And I want to say thank you for all my partners that have partnered with me. Already, people were still sending in money last week, even afterwards, to be able to bless somebody. We blessed 2 people last week, and we want to bless 2 more people today. And listen, if you need help, we still have money to give away. We're gonna give away $50 for 2 people every week. And so if you know somebody that just, maybe needs a little something for grocery money or whatever, make sure they text that. I only had 1 new submission this week. I had some left over, so we're gonna pull them in, and then but until I run out of money, I'm gonna keep doing this every time. So and people keep donating. So thank you all for all my sponsors, all those partners with me. Thank you all for partnering. Look, all these people that have partnered with me up until today. I want to say thank you. So today, I want to let you know that I want to make sure I say her name right. Kiosha, I think it's Kiosha McDonald and Janine Hunt are the recipients for the giveaway today, for this week on Face2Face. And so I'll be contacting you and getting that to you real soon, today or tomorrow, to make sure that you have that to be a blessing. Thank you so much to everybody who's partnered with us. And we're getting ready to get out of here. Just want to make sure that y'all make sure you follow Freida Speaks on Facebook and Instagram. And also join me next week. As we do, I got a fun one next week. I got my first lady friends coming with me next week. I got my first lady friends coming with me next week. I've got Lady Melody Wilder, which is Chad's first lady up there. Yes, she bed all by herself. We've got Lady Claudia Moody. Lady, my first lady, Glenda Dudley, and there's one that's not on here. We're gonna have Lady B, Lady Veronica B will be with me as well. But Lady Glenda and from O'Fallon, y'all, we're gonna have fun. Lady C from Dublin, we're gonna have a good time next week as well, talking to the first ladies and taking that conversation and having some fun. But thank you all so much for coming. Y'all tell them thank you, send your love to them, go on their Facebook pages, encourage them, send them a message. I love you guys so much. Make sure you can go to my website, Freida Speaks, as well. If you need more information, you can give there, or you can cash out Freida Speaks if you want to be a sponsor for our giveaways. I think that's all I have, ladies. Y'all enjoy your evening. Y'all cooking tonight?
No.
We're eating. I'm eating leftovers.
I'm doing leftovers too. I've been cooking all week. Tonight's a night of break. I love y'all. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate your time. I hope this was helpful to you as well. I hope you enjoyed being here with me. And so we'll see you next time. Love y'all. Bye.
Everybody.